Hello and welcome to Taylor's Rabbit Food Reviews. I'm Taylor Hardaway and today I'm making Brooklyn Deli macaroni salad from Veganomicon. So I've made this recipe several times. It's good for barbecues and stuff like that, but in today's situation I'm actually going to make a Beyond Burger and I'm going to use it as a side instead of fries as a little healthier option. So I have made this several times and it's super addictive. In fact, even as I'm making it, I usually start eating it and I cannot stop. But there are some pretty major changes that I make to it, and I don't understand where she's getting the amounts on this one because they don't make any sense to me. So the first major change that I make, so you use elbow macaroni. This is really cheap. This was only $1. So everything for this recipe is really cheap. And she says use a pound, so that's 1 bag. It's way, way, way too much. So I am going to do half a bag. And I've already got my water starting to boil now. So I'm going to pour in half a bag, or about half a bag. But making too much of this isn't bad because you're going to want to eat it all. Like I said, every time you start, you cannot stop. Mostly due to the veganase and a little bit of sugar. It's not a whole lot of sugar, but you just can't stop eating it. I'm going to stir that around a little bit. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get a Beyond Burger going too. I'm not teaching you how to make Beyond Burgers or experimenting with Beyond Burgers. It just makes for a good side, I think. Got a Beyond Burger slightly thawed out here. This is also a relatively quick recipe to make. You just kind of throw it all together. But I can go ahead and measure everything out. So the first thing is 3/4 cup veganase. And so I stick to the same amounts on this. I just use a lot less pasta. I tend to have veganase on hand. There's always some recipe that I need it for. But I think a jar of original veganase is it's like $6. You can get a big jar for like $9, which I've done before. And then you do 1/4 cup of white vinegar, not white wine vinegar, white vinegar. And there's actually one thing I had to go get today. It's not expensive, but you have to use white vinegar. What I looked up is the acidic levels for vinegar are just really particular with this, and so you really can't substitute it for anything. I thought maybe rice vinegar, but you can't substitute it for anything. You have to have white vinegar. So 1/4 cup. Actually just going to guess on this based on that. So 1/4 cup there. And then 1 tablespoon of sugar. So a tablespoon is not a whole lot, but it really does help. And I'm not using a real tablespoon. I'm guessing. Do a little bit more. That's about a tablespoon. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. I tend to always guess on that. 3/4 of a palmful. I might have done a little bit more. Several pinches of freshly ground pepper. The pepper you're just gonna keep on adding to it as you go, really. But I'll go ahead and put some in the dressing. There you go. And so I will mix this up. Veganase looks a little grody, really, but it tastes good, especially with that vinegar and the sugar. It ends up being like the main course of your meal because you just keep eating it and eating it. It's kind of the go thing to bring to any gathering you have where you're supposed to bring something. But of course, don't tell them it's vegan, or they're going to be like, oh, it's probably not good. But obviously it is. And they're probably all eating things that obviously are already vegan anyways. Sometimes non-vegans just don't seem very smart. See how far we are here. A little bit to go. Alright, and so for the veggies that you put in the macaroni salad, it says half a cup of peas. I do way more than that. Way more than that. And it says 2 average size red radishes, grated. I used to do the radishes, and I decided that I just didn't like it. It didn't really seem to add any flavor to it, and grating them was just kind of annoying because I would get down to the end of the grater, and then my fingers are getting so close to it, and I have to do another radish after another radish, and it's like just kind of annoying to me. So I stopped doing radishes, and it added a big expense, and I didn't use the whole bunch. I would only use like a few, and so I ended up having radishes go bad because it's made so much, and I didn't need any more radishes. So it added like extra $3.50 or something for a bunch of radishes. You couldn't buy them singly. So I've just started leaving the radishes out. And then it says 2 average size carrots. So I think she's wrong on that. I am going to use 2 enormous size carrots. And actually, when I was at Whole Foods last night, getting stuff for this recipe, which I didn't really need a lot, they had some already shredded carrots, and I almost got that. And honestly, if I wasn't doing this for a video, I probably just would have gotten that. I haven't seen that before there. This gets kind of messy. But it was only $2.50 for the bag, and it was probably enough for 2 recipes. And it saves you from doing all this grating and getting carrots everywhere. But that's okay. It was $1 for these 2 carrots. And it's cooking. This is a little bit fresher, so that's okay. This does take a minute to grate all these down. And actually, a lot of times you just go ahead and already have the macaroni done and you just shave this into it. But we're waiting for it to cook, so we're going to do it ahead of time. Alright, let's flip the burger one more time. Actually, I'm going to turn that off. I'm probably getting the pre-shredded carrots next time. I don't know if it's worth it for them to be this fresh, because this wears you out. Pasta's probably getting there. Alright, that's actually, this carrot actually produced a lot of shredded carrots. So we'll see if we need that other carrot. I don't think we will. I think 1 carrot's actually going to be enough. These were extra big carrots. Let's see how far we are. Pretty close. Yeah, all this shredding, it has made a ton of carrots, and I'm really tired of doing this. But I guess that means 50 cents worth of carrots is enough. I'm getting carrots in my dressing. They're going together anyways. It's healthier with more veggies in there. Well, I don't know what other kind of stuff you could put in macaroni salad. I've just chosen to leave the radishes out. I have like almost an entire bowl full of carrots. I guess the carrots I've gotten in the past have just been really small. I don't know. I guess when they get so big, there's just a lot more in there than you realize. I don't like my fingers getting close. You're going so fast. End up slicing your finger into the bowl of carrots. probably going to stop here in just a second. Alright, that's definitely enough carrots. I didn't realize I was going to make so many carrots. I think this macaroni, or elbows as they call it, I think it's about done. Yes, it's done. Yeah, rinse it under cold water so it's not so hot. I'm actually just going to put it right back into the pan. Because I don't really have a good bowl to put this in. I've got like a giant bowl. Alright, it still needs to cool off a little bit. And so really now you just put everything together. Yeah, actually it's pretty cool. Alright, so now you just put it all together. Put the dressing into it. See, it's not really too much dressing for half a bag. It'll thicken up a little bit. And then I'll just keep on adding pepper to it. Then I'll add some of the carrots, which made way more carrots than I realized. So yeah, maybe the 2 average carrots might have worked out this time. But when they go average size, I think there's just not as much in the middle as there was on these. Now, I'm going to have to use these carrots for something else. And then, so she says, add half a cup of frozen peas. So I do add more than half a cup. Maybe she just really doesn't like peas as much as I do. But you just add them to it, straight up thawed. I think this was $2. So still pretty cheap. I mean, peas and carrots go together, so having extras, you'll eat more peas and carrots. So yeah, that's probably a cup and a half. About a cup maybe. And you're supposed to serve this chilled. The frozen peas kind of thaw out as it goes. Keep adding pepper. Always just keep adding pepper. Don't ever stop adding pepper. Then transfer it into a better bowl. Don't put it into plastic bowls or Tupperware like I've done. It ends up losing its taste. Maybe other people already know that. So I'm just putting it in a regular bowl and then putting plastic over it. You'll want a lot of this each serving though. Trust me. Alright. Add more pepper. Okie dokie. And I'm going to put together my burger. Got Moskowitz cheese. Tried this out this time. It was pretty good. I think chow cheese is still kind of the winner of all cheeses. It's the only one you can really eat plain. This one's okay. Let's break it down a little bit. Put a little bit of barbecue sauce. And I'm out of pickles. I wish I had pickles. And really, you're supposed to wrap this up and chill it before you eat it. So it's gonna be better better later. It'll be better when it's chilled a little bit. But I'm going ahead and eating a little bit. I'll put that in the fridge. And so I have this as, and this is, like I said, and the book says, this is a good thing to bring to barbecues and cookouts and stuff. It makes for a great side. And I'm going to eat a ton of it now. There you go. And so you have what she calls Brooklyn style macaroni salad. But this is Taylor's Rabbit Food Reviews, macaroni style. So tell me what you think, comment and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.